Did Broward County Sheriff Scott Israel, who we here at the Rebel are calling on to be fired by Florida Governor Rick Scott, deputize a Hamas-connected terror associate? There's a deputy working at the Broward County Sheriff's Office named Nazar Hamzeh, deputized by Broward County Sheriff Scott Israel when the former Sheriff Al Lamberti, under the Lamberti administration, refused to hire Hamzeh. Now, typically, the reason for refusal to hire someone in law enforcement is confidential. We don't know why Sheriff Lamberti's office refused to hire Hamzeh. Full disclosure, Sheriff Al Lamberti, former Sheriff Al Lamberti, is a friend of mine. You've seen him on the show, and I am certainly going to ask him. And if allowed, hopefully he'll tell me the reasons they didn't hire Hamzeh. But Al Lamberti ran a tight ship. He cared about training. He cared about integrity in his agency, unlike Scott Israel. There's a lot of disturbing, incredibly disturbing information coming out on this deputy, Nazar Hamzeh. Now, deputies I've spoken to in the agency don't really understand why Hamzeh is there. He's not a particularly active road deputy or police officer. He's not a well-known investigator or considered particularly competent. But what he does seem to do is bring Scott Israel to radical mosques. He brought Scott Israel to one mosque in an area of Florida called Pembroke Pines, just on the west side of Broward County, only about 20, 30 minutes outside of downtown Fort Lauderdale, a mosque with ties to Al-Qaeda, a mosque with ties to terrorist Jose Padilla. He's brought him to other radical mosques, and there are photos of Sheriff Scott Israel with his arm around Hamas terrorist people introduced to him by Deputy Nazar Hamzeh. Yet every time there's criticism of Hamzeh, Scott Israel rushes to his defense, and no one understands why. Could it be for votes? Could it be he's getting money from the Muslim community? Could it be because Scott Israel is a far-left Democrat? And like many far-left Democrats, like Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who is a congresswoman in Broward County, Florida, an ally of Sheriff Scott Israel, they coddle terrorists. This is concerning to me because I'm not only former law enforcement, I'm a resident of Broward County, Florida. Scott Israel is my sheriff. This is why we here at The Rebel are asking you to sign our petition at www.firescottisrael.com. A petition that I'm going to personally deliver, hand deliver, to the Broward County Commission, who has oversight of the sheriff's office, Attorney General Pam Bondi, who is our state's chief law enforcement officer, and Florida Governor Rick Scott, the one person who, after that review, after an investigation, has the authority, the constitutional authority, to suspend or remove Sheriff Scott Israel. We want to see him removed. We want to see him fired. But we really need to dig into these radical ties this deputy, Nazar Hamzeh, has, and why Sheriff Scott Israel not only overlooks it, but seems to cooperate with it. He's going to these mosques. He's hugging these people. We're going to dig in very, very deep on my new, longer, one-hour show, Off the Cuff Declassified, today, right here on The Rebel. This is incredibly important content. We really want you to sign our petition at www.firescottisrael.com. I also want you to watch my longer one-hour show, Off the Cuff Declassified, where we're going to dig very deep into this topic. I'm bringing on an expert, an anti-terror expert from Broward County who has been studying this for years. So subscribe to our premium service at www.therebel.media/shows. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very, very much. And as always, thank you very much for watching.